which, as we've been reminded, give the ministers power to inspect the bank accounts of anyone claiming a social security benefit. And I think it's been confirmed that that includes child benefit, state pension, as well as universal credit and all the others. Extremely wide powers being given to ministers. My right honourable friend also told us, and I hadn't seen this assurance, that these powers are not going to be used for a few years. And so I'm completely, if that's correct, I'm completely mystified why this is being done in this way. If actually we had a few years to get these powers in place, why didn't the government wait until there was an appropriate legislation which could be properly scrutinised, rather than bringing them forward now with zero scrutiny? The Child Poverty Action Group put this to us, and I think this sums up what a lot of people feel. I quote, "It shouldn't be that people have fewer rights, including to privacy, than everyone else in the UK simply because they are on benefits." And that does appear to be the position that the government now is taking. So, as we've been reminded, this measure will give the government the right to inspect the bank account of anyone who claims a state pension. So all of us, actually, every single one of us, this measure will give the government the right to look into our bank account at some point during our lives without suspecting that we've ever done anything wrong, without telling us that they're doing it. And if we can't even think of a reason why the government want to do it, why is the government now taking the power to enable them to do it? If the principle is, and I think all of us would agree with this, actually, whatever party we're in, the powers of the state should be limited to those absolutely necessary. Well, that power is definitely not absolutely necessary, and indeed, no one has been able to come up with any reason for why it would ever be used. So, yes, I will give way.
I'm grateful to my right honourable friend for giving way, and indeed, actually, there is something called a production order. So if somebody was under investigation for benefit fraud, an application could be made before a court for the production of bank accounts. So if it was a matter of suspected fraud, there's already a mechanism available.
Yeah, there is a clear and long-established right in law for the DWP to look into people's bank accounts if there is a suspicion of fraud. What this power is giving the department is the ability to look into the bank accounts of people where there is no suspicion at all. And as I say, it will be all of us at some point in our lives claim a social security benefit, and we're giving the government the power to look into our bank accounts with this measure.